video for you today on my trip this morning to the fruit market. So this morning I hopped up, I went for a walk down into Manly, just enjoyed the, the sun and just having a nice time. And then on the way home I thought, oh, I need eggs. So instead of dropping into the supermarket, I dropped into the fruit markets and thought I'll just grab eggs. But I got sidetracked by all the yummy fruit and ended up buying a whole box of fruit and the eggs, and then realized that I had the dog and I have to carry the box way back up quite a steep hill. And for anybody that knows Manly, up Sydney Road is quite an extraordinary hill, with my box of fruit and veggies and eggs that are to feed the family for the week. I couldn't jump on a bus because I had the dog with me, and I didn't have the car with me, obviously, and I didn't have my phone to ask anyone to come and help me with the fruit and veg. And so I thought, oh, I'm just going to walk it up the hill, which I guess most of the time we might not think about, but it is quite a big hill. I know I'm always thinking about, when I'm carrying things, about the effect that that has on the core and the pelvic floor, because that's what I do for a living, right? That's what I do in day-to-day life. I'm always talking to women about how the things that they do in day-to-day life really impact what's happening with their pelvic floor, what's happening with their core, and then how that can be contributing to leaking, tummy bulging, abdominal separation, prolapse, etc. So anyway, off I set up the hill with the dog and the box of fruit, and I'm walking up the hill, and it's and as I'm doing that, I'm trying to stay in perfect posture, because I know that as soon as I start to walk up that hill, I've got a weight, which in this case was the fruit and veggie box, but imagine if that weight was a baby or whatever it is you're carrying. So I'm walking up the hill, and the minute that my posture starts to slouch, okay, while I've got this weight with me, I'm putting pressure then down through the pelvic floor and the core, okay? Through my pelvis, my back, all of it, okay? So I'm there, I'm trying to walk up this hill, carrying the box in perfect posture. I'm really concentrating on digging my heel into the hill, because I'm always talking to the ladies about how we want to dig the heel into the hill so the glutes are working to support us as we get up that hill, okay? And then as I'm in that position, my core and pelvic floor can fire to carry me up that hill. And so I'm doing all of that. I am, a heavily trained professional that works, that's a core and pelvic floor expert, and I'm trying to do this walk up the hill with the fruit box in perfect form so that I don't damage myself. But sort of halfway up the hill, I was like, oh, I'm really struggling now to maintain this good posture. I'm starting to feel pressure. I'm already starting to feel a downward drag. And then I started to notice that what I did was I was popping my tummy out and using it as a little bit of a shelf to get me up the hill, to support the box. And I'm again always talking to women about how when we're carrying the kids or whatever we're carrying, we'll often do that. We'll push the belly out and sit things on it as a little bit of a shelf, contributing then to the tummy bulge. So I was like, okay, I've got to autocorrect, I've got to fix this posture, I've got to bring my tummy back in, reset the core and floor, stopped, had a little rest, kept going, got up the hill. But by the time I was at the top of the hill, even though I'd tried to do it in perfect form, even though I'm a highly trained professional that looks at core and pelvic floor all day, every day, I had started to feel the impact on my body. And why I'm making this video, I guess, is that for us in day-to-day life, as women in day-to-day life, we're often not thinking about how we're carrying things. And we're not thinking about the effects that just simple things like carrying groceries, lifting kids, getting a pram in and out of the car, picking up whatever you're doing, how those little things really impact what's happening with our pelvic floor and core health. So I wanted to come to you today just to talk about that and help to create some awareness that it is a really important thing for you to consider in everything that you lift and in everything that you do. And for me, realistically, I should have left the groceries at that market and organized to come back and get them later, because it actually wasn't good for my body. But I was in my head, I was like, no, I can do it, blah, 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 blah. But it actually wasn't the right thing for me. And I'm starting to feel the, the pain in my back and that downward drag now into the pelvic floor from doing that. So I thought I would bring this to you, create some awareness, and it's just something that, you know, most people aren't aware of in day-to-day life. So I wanted to bring that to you, keep listening to my videos, keep reading my posts, and create more awareness so that we can all have happy, healthy, well-functioning cores and vajayjays for the rest of our lives, rather than doing the damage that is being done and that I see being done on a daily basis and that I help to rehabilitate. Alrighty, take care and have a great day.